Hello once again, everybody. If you've just come from the Green Hill video, then welcome. I hope that that went well for you. Welcome to the Yellow Desert tutorial. This stage is relatively straightforward. I think the difficulty takes a bit of a spike when we get to Red Volcano, and then certainly when you get to Blue Marine. But if you know what you're doing, then it shouldn't give you too much of an issue in a speedrun sense. So we are about to begin with Yellow Desert 1. If you haven't seen this stage select before and you missed the first video, then it's worth checking out and making sure that you know how to get to level select and putting in loads of save states because save states are your friend. So this is Yellow Desert. Yellow Desert 1 is very straightforward. Let's go with our good guy Knuckle. I'm going to put a save state here so that I don't forget what's going on. Let's put 990. So we're going to do save state. Look. Okay, so to begin with, it takes a while for us to drop in. Everything's still fading in, as you can see. So once we hit the ground, we want to do the same thing that we did at the start of Green Hill 1, which is just do a normal spin dash. We don't want to jump out of it, otherwise our timing could be a little bit odd. Actually, I'm going to see, because we could afford to do a spin dash jump, potentially. Yeah. Okay, no, actually, we can't. So, Yellow Desert, the way that we want to start is to do a normal spin dash, and then we want to jump at this point, just at the bottom of that slope, and then we want to jump off that tree. Let's put it like this instead. We want to jump off that tree, and then we want to jump again so we land on this slope. Now, one thing that we've got to do is make sure that we're rolling down this slope because there is a little enemy at the bottom who can control us. So we're gonna make sure we're rolling, and then we immediately come out of our roll after that. So we've got another drop, as you saw in the Green Hill 2. We have got to sort of line up. I choose to go in the middle for this. You can do it any way that you want. Ideally, you don't want to line up completely on the right, otherwise you get hit by the spring. But I line up here, and I do a quick spin dash, hit that enemy, and we've got to jump over all of those pipes. Do another roll into that enemy there. And then that's as good as that gets. So I'm going to put it again and hopefully do a clean run. So the first jump, we want to do it at the bottom of the second slope here. Jump off that tree, roll, hit that enemy. I line up with the middle of this drop, about. Hit that enemy there. Don't want to hit any of those pipes at all. Another roll near the end. And decent RNG to finish off. Love to see it. Now, Yellow Desert 2. Yellow Desert 2 is a little more interesting. It's still relatively easy, yeah. Let's do another save state here. And we want to start off with a jump spin dash. So we don't drop in on this one. We're immediately on the ground. So as the sort of stage is transitioning, you can immediately start playing. So here he is, our boy. We want to do a spin dash jump. Not like that. That is the alternative, I suppose, for those of you who might not have seen. You can do that to get speed very quickly. If we do it from a standstill, it takes a while for him to get going, but if we do a glide, it gets there quicker. So let's do load state again. Do our spin dash jump. There we go. So we've got up here, we've got to take this route, so take the top route. Then when we're at the top of this little hill that you see all the rings on, we want to press down because we've got to do another roll. So go there, and then we do a jump onto that bat enemy. You don't have to hit it. I don't think it's something that you can avoid if you want to take this route, and you do want to take this route. So we jump, collect all these rings along here, and then as we're getting to the bottom of this slope, we want to do just a short jump. So that we land on the next platform. So near the end of that little spiky hieroglyph thing I think they were going for, I'm going to do a tap jump there, and then you don't want to jump quite as soon as I did there. You want to jump at the end of that platform here. So let's just assume that we're going full speed again. I'm going to do a tap jump there, and a full jump there. Let's do another load state and see that in a full sweeping motion. So roll at the top here, hit that bat, do a small tap jump there, and then another jump here. And then now we've got another drop. They love the drops in this game. I haven't quite realised that. We don't want to line fully with the right, although that is where we want to go in the end. So we just want to be a little bit off from the right, a little more central, which is a little bit safer because if we are all the way on the right, we will just be taken by the slope, which we want to have some speed going into this. So when we drop, we want to do a spin dash. And then we want to line up, so we've got a little sandfall waterfall thing going on here. You can see those pixels where the sandfall meets the slope that we're on. That meets the sort of solid terrain that we're on. Then we want to jump right on the edge, so right on the left of where this sandfall is, and then we should hit a platform of which we want to we want to jump off that platform, and then hopefully we will hit an enemy. If this doesn't work, it's the bottom route is a little bit tough, so we are going to keep going here and see what happens. So we jumped. I tried to jump a little bit too early when hitting that platform. Didn't help me out. I'm going to put a save state here. Anyway, you get to see this motion again. Okay, that's what that looks like when you actually do it properly. Had a complete brain fart there. This is the way back from the bottom route. And then we want to do our spin dash here, jump there. We hit the enemy. We want to roll here and then roll here because... Ooh, that wasn't the quickest roll there. Because of that enemy. And then when we were at the top of that slope that we just came down from, another drop, yes. We want to do a spin dash, and then when we're about halfway down the slope, we want to jump, because that means that we get into the right crater to start off with. This crater section looks like it could be potentially very complicated. We just do a spin dash when we're at the bottom, when it brings us out there, and then it takes us all the way to the end of this stage. I choose to do a sort of quick glide there to get through and hit the signpost a little bit quicker. I am going to put I believe I've actually got a save state on this, so I'm just going to leave it there. I believe it is somewhere like that. So we spawn in. We have a little drop. I wonder who that fella is in the background. Maybe that's Eggman's relatives. So we have to do another spin dash jump here. And actually, no, we just choose to do a normal spin dash, and then we jump a little later on so that we can get into our ball form, and then we can do a glide, which saves us a little bit of time. So what we're going to do is spin dash here, jump just as we're about to hit the rings, and then glide the opposite direction. Got to hit those falling platforms, and then we are into the boss room when we get here. So, another example of the screen sort of taking control for a little second. So Knuckles isn't in the center, but what we want to do is we want to line Knuckles up on the right. And then at some point, I am pausing at the moment, we will see when it sort of locks in position. So it's locked in position there, and Eggman is about to come on. So we want to jump almost as soon as the boss, as it locks in position, as the camera locks in position. And we are going to be using a lot of our quick glides to get extra hits in. So Eggman comes on screen for a little bit of time here, and he doesn't go off screen until you trigger his first hit where he stopped moving. That might not make much sense, but it does make sort of sense when you played around with it for a little bit. We might show an example here, but depends how good this first jump is. So I'm going to unpause, and I'm going to jump and try and do a quick glide, and then land in 4 hits before he goes off screen. So that wasn't quite it. So hopefully this is the right state. Nope. Let's try this one. Hey, okay. So I choose to go over to the right so that I know where I am. So that was an early start there. So we've landed 4 hits there. We want to land 2 as he's sweeping over. We want to land another 4 here, which we do, and then we get another 2 here, and that is the quick boss kill for Eggman. Now, there is other way of doing this. This is a Flying Fox method, if I can remember how to do it. Sort of autopilot, yeah. So we go over here and then spin dash before he comes back on screen, and then that's an easy way of getting 3 hits there. So that's sort of back up. If you miss that first hit, you can always do a spin dash and jump, a spin dash and a jump just before Eggman comes on screen. I'll try and do one more example. I'll also show an example of what happens. So he isn't going to go off screen unless we wait for ages. So you can almost certainly get at least 2 hits, even if you miss. So if you miss that one, you can still go back and do those 2 hits there. I'm going to try and show off Flying Fox's method again. So you can land 2 there. Jump. And that's 3 hits there. You can see how I'm sort of alternating directions to make sure I get those hits. That is the Yellow Desert boss. One thing that you haven't seen is the numerous 100 attempts that I've got that wrong. You can probably find audio cues and visual cues that will help you a little bit more. I personally just sort of wing things a little bit, and things have become a little bit second nature. But as you play more with the game, you will understand how it all works. So that was Yellow Desert. If you've got any more questions, I'm going to say it again. You can put it in the comments, or you can try and find me on the Classic Sonic Speedrunning Discord, where we will happily help you out. Thank you for watching, and best of luck.